Welcome, everybody, to The World is a Mess, and I just want to steampunk it. This is episode 46, December the 15th, 2021, 3:21 p.m. And this is Steampunk Star Raisin of AmberStreet.com, your host here in North Hollywood, California, USA. And I'm here with Daniel Bertazzon from Bellwood, Ontario, Canada. So how's it going, Daniel?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Yeah. I'm a little bit cold. I'm drinking some coffee.
It is chilly. It is very chilly, especially in Canada. Oh my God, it's really cold.
It's like 57 degrees here, but I don't run heat because I am poor and I'm trying to save money on electric. I have an electric heater, which is good because that's better for the environment than running gas heat, but still it would run my electric bill up really high. And so it's probably about 10 degrees warmer than outside in here, just because the walls are made of concrete, they absorb the heat, and so it's naturally about 10 degrees warmer. So it's probably like 67 degrees in here, but it's still pretty chilly for me. That's why I'm wearing a jacket. But I'm sure it's much, much colder in Canada because Canada still has harsh winters.
Mm-hmm. I don't get it. Like, they say that global warming is getting hotter and hotter. Like, and we're losing a foot of snow every year, right? We're losing a foot of snow every year. That's what they say.
It's still cold. You also have inversion, where there are going to be parts of the Northwest of North America and parts of the North that are still going to be cold, where the average temperature is increasing. So I know there's a nuanced argument to that, and everybody likes to try to turn it into a simple black and white argument, or at least conservatives on the Republican side like to turn it into a black and white argument. Well, if there's global warming, how come there's still a winter? Yeah, there's still going to be a winter, just the average temperature increases. So you have more destruction like you did in Kentucky. Was it Mayfield, Kentucky? See. Yeah, that literally destroyed an entire town in western Kentucky. There were towns and destruction in 4 states. It killed that tornado. One tornado killed more than 100 people, and many more are missing. Probably more will be determined to be dead from Mayfield, Kentucky. And the tornado alley, which originally used to rest along like Kansas and Oklahoma, is moving east because of climate change and the weather. So these are gradual changes over time, over the last 200 years since the Industrial Revolution, the increase of carbon in the atmosphere. Climate scientists warned us about this, that events like Mayfield, Kentucky will continue to happen. We have stronger, more powerful hurricanes. Hurricane season lasts longer. Tornadoes can happen now any time of the year. It used to be very rare, or it's still relatively rare, for tornadoes to happen in the month of December. It's usually like in April or May when the weather is warming up, but not why it's cold like it is now. Or, so you got to realize that it's a slow accumulation of change over time that starts to multiply really big over time with, the average temperature, increasing by a couple degrees Celsius worldwide, which can make a big difference in the weather systems locally. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's not going to be like a comic book where things magically change just within a split second. Everything okay, Daniel? What's going on?
No, it's okay. It's okay. Mom just asked me a question. Sorry.
Tell your mom you're live. You're doing a live podcast. Because I'm recording this. I don't think you want your personal drama to interfere with the podcast.
No, she just asked me if I wanted I wanted the what she's making now. That's all.
So yeah, do you understand that what I'm talking about? The slow,
definitely.
gradual change.
Yeah.
You can still have winter, and it can still be areas where it snows, like in Canada, Northwest, even northern parts of America, it'll still snow, but the average temperature gradually increases year by year, thus causing ice sheets to slowly melt and ocean levels to rise. So, you know, it's a nuanced thing, and it's not just cut and dry that, oh, because we've warmed up the atmosphere, it's just going to immediately do away with winter overnight. That's not how climate change works. And if you're still naive to think that climate change is not a thing, I mean, just look at like smog in cities. The CO2 emitted by car engines is enormous. The pollution, I mean, to say that man does not have impact on the environment of Earth is, you're either ignorant, blind, or you're just lying to yourself. Or you're lying to other people. You know the truth, but you're lying because you want to protect short-term profits and short-term gains for corporations. So, you know, I trust climate scientists. I trust environmentalists. I trust the data of what climate scientists, you know, they bring up ice core. They take up ice cores from like Antarctica, which are a perfect time capsule of the way the climate was millions of years ago, because you can look at the radioisotopes trapped in the ice. You can get a good idea. You know, there's like layers of ice in the ice cores that they extract in their studies. They do this also in like Greenland as well, and near the North Pole as well. But I know that they did a lot of studies in Antarctica where they extracted ice cores. They were able to track the weather for millions of years. And yeah, the weather is getting warmer, and we have gone through warm and cold cycles through millions of years, but this one is actually much warmer than normal because it is further agitated by the fact that man is pumping in a lot of pollution in the atmosphere. I mean, you can just see it with your own eyes, you know, but it's actually backed up by climate science. And they want to spread confusion. They want people to not do anything because most executives, most CEOs, they don't think long term in the future. They only think 1 quarter in the future. Is the stock price up? Am I making profit this quarter? That's all they care about. Am I getting my golden parachute this quarter? They do not care about the future, or at least they're too ignorant to have the mindset to think of long term in the future, because they only care about short term gains. But that's unfortunately the way business is run these days, and it's very destructive.
Yeah.
But anyway, I guess I'll direct. I was going to try to get you to talk about what you wanted to talk about.
Yeah,
so I was talking about Mayfield, Kentucky, because that's been in the news a lot. Has Mayfield, Kentucky made the news in Canada?
No. What?
It was an entire city that got destroyed. Let me show you.
Really?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Well, this happened like a few days ago.
Oh, really? I didn't hear about that.
Hold on, let me screen share. You see that? Was the tornado that hit Mayfield at EF5? Here's how the National Weather Service decides. Just over 2 days ago. Well, this was December the 13th, so this would have been the tornado hit on December the 11th. So it says just over 2 days ago, an unprecedented tornado wreaked havoc on Mayfield, Kentucky. Governor Andy Bashir told the people of the Commonwealth the exact spread of the tornado was still unknown. As he spoke, the National Weather Service had teams in the field trying to figure out that exactly, and they will determine if the tornado, which was on the ground for more than 200 miles, was an EF3, which is 136, 165 mile per hour winds, or an EF5, more than 200 mile per hour winds. Teams of meteorologists departed at daybreak to survey the path of the twister, one of five which hit the state. The Weather Service said that what's learned about the storm will impact how future storms are handled. Through the preliminary, they were already hit with what was like unlike anything they'd ever seen, potentially a once in 100-year tornado, because it destroyed the whole town. Like literally, hold on. Let's see. You see that? You see that? Daniel, hello?
Yeah, I can see it. Sorry, I can see it. Yeah.
You see that? The whole town leveled.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh, I do not want to sign up with my email through Associated Press. That's really annoying.
I never saw a tornado happen in a town. I saw it happen.
They're not common. They're not common in Canada. They're common in the Midwest and the Southeast.
Because my parents tell me that we live in an area called Tornado Alley. They call it Tornado Alley because there's like a lot of tornadoes around here apparently, but one never hit me. We saw one.
Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing. But yeah, and it was also controversial because Amazon had a distribution center. Amazon had a warehouse in Mayfield, Kentucky, and the residents who were working at the Amazon warehouse didn't get notice that there was tornado warning because they weren't allowed to have cell phones on them at work. And a lot of residents or a lot of employees at the Amazon warehouse in Mayfield, Kentucky requested off because there were tornado warnings the day before, and they were not allowed off. So there was Amazon employees who actually died because the entire Amazon warehouse in Mayfield, Kentucky was destroyed with employees working in the middle of the night. And so it just comes to show you that, in unfettered capitalism, like Carl Sagan would say, it leads to the destruction of civilizations. And we're not even willing to provide minimum protection for employees. Employees should be allowed to carry their cell phones on them. If they talk on their cell phone, I can understand getting in trouble at work, or if they're texting and not working, but they should be able to get weather alerts and be able to be aware of what's going on around them so they can choose what's best to protect themselves in an event like that. There were some Amazon employees who refused to show up to work because they were worried about the tornadoes. But yeah, they say this is a once in 100-year tornado, but climate scientists have suggested that this is going to become more common because of climate change. You got to realize that things start becoming more erratic, and as the temperature slowly ticks up, even slight changes in the average global temperature can cause disruptions in the weather like we are seeing.
Yeah.
So it's really bad, but unfortunately, it's going to probably be like that upcoming movie, No Way Up. We see the disaster coming before us, and we refuse to do anything about it. Hello?
Hello. Thanks for answering our call. It looks like a... Hi, is Christopher there?
This is he.
Hi, this is Crystal. I'm calling from LCN. This call is being recorded for quality. So the reason for the call today is we've received some of your auto information, and it's for the local agents in your area. They have a new quote to give you on your car insurance. Were you still in California?
Yeah, I'm still in California. Maybe they caught on that I was recording. That could have been amusing. I've been getting these annoying phone calls as scammers claiming, we want to help you with your car insurance. We want to sell you extended warranty on your car. I don't have a car because I'm too poor to own a car. And I thought that might make for an interesting segment in this podcast. But yeah. So what's your opinion about climate change, Daniel? Be honest with me. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not expecting you to be a cult follower. You don't have to agree 100% with me. You can disagree.
You know what? I am kind of worried about this though, because you know what? Like, I'm worried that like some people say we can reverse it, other people say we can't because it's already done, and it's kind of like a patient with cancer, and you can't really reverse it. Once it's there, it's there. And
we probably can't reverse the climate change that's already happened, because that happened. We've had 200 years of the Industrial Revolution pumping CO2 in the atmosphere, but we can prevent it from getting worse. So if we can hold the tide, at least keep things the same way that they are now and prevent it from getting worse, then that at least will make it better for the future. But
yeah.
So yeah, it is very scary knowing that you can have random weather events wipe out your entire town like that. So I mean,
I didn't hear nothing about this before you told me.
Well, I mean, it's a national news story in the United States, but may not be an international story. Because it only impacts like Kentucky. It also hit like I think Kentucky. Let's see. I know Arkansas was hit. Let's see. But let me look at a US map that'll give me better perspective. Okay, I'm going to share this to make it more interesting. You see that map?
Come on. What? One second.
Daniel, heads up.
Yeah.
What you doing?
I'm sorry. No, my screen went black for a second. Oh yeah. I can see that map.
Okay. So Kentucky's right here.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, the tornado went through Kentucky, Tennessee, Missouri, and Arkansas. So it impacted these 4 states. So you have the Mayfield, Kentucky is kind of a small town, a small city, but it was big enough that they had an Amazon warehouse. But yeah, so the tornado ripped through like southwestern Kentucky, went through Tennessee, through Missouri to Arkansas. It did damage and destroyed towns, and one city destroyed some small towns in one city, leaving thousands of people homeless and hundreds dead. So yeah, you have here what used to be considered Tornado Alley, which is Kansas and Oklahoma, which is very common for tornadoes there in the spring, but they're saying that it's moving further east. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a visual perspective because I think it would help my audience focus and help you focus to understand what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
It does. Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, the map here is really wow. Okay.
Anyway, we've only got about 10 minutes left, so
okay. So let's talk about.
I talked about the important news, which is the climate change and Mayfield, Kentucky tornado destruction. So we want to move on. You showed me a link to the leaked Doctor Strange 2 or Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness trailer, which leaked on YouTube a few days ago, correct?
Yeah, I did. Wait, did they take it down? Because I got another one.
Well,
here.
they took it down, but then I found another one because people keep making YouTube, what I call a YouTube burner account, very similar to like what you do with YouTube, like a burner cell phone. They make a burner account because like Sony and Disney are very, very picky about what gets leaked online. And if a trailer gets leaked early, they'll often flag it for copyright and it gets taken down off YouTube. But I just searched for it. I did a Google search and I found another YouTube burner account that had a really low quality version of the Doctor Strange trailer. And it was weird. It had like space at the top and you could tell that it had Chinese subtitles. So this must have been a trailer that leaked from China. Although it was in English, but the subtitles were Chinese. And there was a large gap at the top of the video. And it was like they were pointing this cell phone up at it. And they purposely put a gap in the video to throw off the algorithm. Because a lot of times, what a lot of people do on YouTube, if they're uploading copyrighted content, they alter the video in some way so that way it'll throw off the algorithm detection. So yeah, it was a really low quality video with Chinese subtitles, but I could see what was going on. It had Wanda. You get to see Wanda. We see Wanda picks up from the end of WandaVision, where she's at that little cabin in front of the mountains, and she's in Eastern Europe in her homeland, and Doctor Strange pays a visit and says, "Oh, I'm not here for what you did in Westview. I'm here because I need your help, or what do you know about multiverses?" And so that was a very, very interesting trailer. It looks really good. The criticism I have with the way they've handled Doctor Strange in the MCU, and I want to bring this up because nobody else has been criticizing it. I haven't seen No Way Home yet because it hasn't been officially released, and I'm not an official critic. I am a member of the press, but I don't have a big enough following for them to consider me important enough to give me a preview release access ticket to see a early screening of the movie. But based on the trailers that I saw, like Doctor Strange character is very inconsistent in No Way Home. He's very goofy, he's very campy, he seems very careless and like he doesn't know what he's doing. Where the Doctor Strange in the first Doctor Strange movie, yeah, he was careless, he didn't know what he was doing in the beginning, but then he got training. And then and by the time that we see Doctor Strange again in Infinity War, he seems very calculated, very well studied using the scientific method. He is able to view into like trillions of possibilities of the universe or billions of possibilities of the possible outcomes of the universe. And he foresaw that the only one in which they would defeat Thanos, they had to do it this particular way. And that was the only way to defeat Thanos. And so, you would think that somebody who has that much insight, who's able to see all the billions and trillions of possibilities of timelines and multiverses, that he would be well experienced with the multiverse and multiple timelines and be very careful with it. But, we see a Doctor Strange in Spider-Man No Way Home who seems very careless with his powers and very clueless with the outcome.
Can I share screen? Can I share screen?
It seems from a character point, it seems very inconsistent. He seems very goofy, very campy. And Grace from Beyond the Trailer YouTube channel said that she gave a non-spoiler review where she didn't review any plot points other than what you could see in the trailers. And she said that the Spider-Man No Way Home started out strong, but the middle part of the movie is very weak, and the way they handled the multiverse is very weak. But then it ends strong because it has two post-credit scenes that are important to the future of the MCU, but she wouldn't reveal what those two post-credit scenes were. She said that the middle part of Spider-Man No Way Home kind of felt like an SNL skit or a Saturday Night Live skit. And I kind of get that feeling out of the trailer, like Doctor Strange saying, let's Scooby Doo this crap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it seems very out of character for Doctor Strange. Now, it's possible that in the trailers, that maybe this is the other Doctor Strange impersonating the good Doctor Strange. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Doctor Strange Supreme.
But
Although,
you've read all the leaks, right?
well, not all of them.
But don't tell me the leaks. But I just want to know if you've read all the leaks.
Well, no, I didn't read any of the leaks. I just read like, I just saw the trailer and I'm watching it. I'm looking at can I share screen a piece of the trailer, or will it be copyrighted?
I don't want to risk sharing it because Disney and Sony pictures have not officially released it. If I even share the trailer, they could flag this video and it eventually get taken down. I'll talk about it, but I'm not going to show it for copyright reasons.
There's this scene where Doctor Strange is going from Earth to Earth, right? And he goes to one Earth where Christine is getting married. That's either the MCU or that's a different Earth. And then he goes to one Earth where the Earth is gone. You see him standing in a bank vault with a bunch of concrete, but it's floating in space.
Yeah, what's the name of the evil Doctor Strange that we were?
Doctor Strange Supreme.
Yeah, so we actually get to see Doctor Strange Supreme at the end of the trailer, and I forget what he says at the end of the trailer.
He says things just got out of hand.
Yeah, and he's got like an evil smile on his face. So we get to see Doctor Strange Supreme, the live action version, who first premiered in What If, which is canon to the MCU. Maybe I would surmise maybe Doctor Strange Supreme. Somebody's honking their car alarm's going off. Oh, sorry if you hear that. Somebody's car alarm is going off right next to my apartment. Oh boy. Sorry, can you hear that?
No, I can hear it. Yeah, it's now it's gone.
We only got about 3 minutes left in the podcast, so if this doesn't stop within a minute, I'm gonna wrap up.
What I'm thinking is Doctor Strange goes to for example, he goes to one Earth where it's complete. The universe is still there, but he's Earth has been destroyed, right?
What if that Earth that's destroyed is Doctor Strange Supreme, and maybe Doctor Strange accidentally frees Doctor Strange Supreme, and maybe Doctor Strange Supreme it finally stopped, thank goodness. Maybe Doctor Strange Supreme impersonates the real Doctor Strange, or the good Doctor Strange, and maybe that's the one who talks to Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe. Probably
because Doctor Strange Supreme, he's kind of only 50% evil, because they did he was brought in on that special team by the
Guardians of the Multiverse.
Yeah, he was a member of the Guardians of the Multiverse by the bald guy from What If. Help me out here.
The Watcher.
The Watcher. Yeah. I don't know why I had a brain fart for that for a second. But yeah, so my theory is that's the only thing that would make sense why Doctor Strange was off and acted weird in the trailers, and seemingly acts weird in the movie from what fragments I've seen so far.
But I don't think this is Strange Supreme's universe, because you know what? Remember, Strange Supreme completely destroyed.
I'm gonna take an allergy pill.
He completely destroyed his universe. There is no universe at all. There's nothing. There aren't anything.
Oh, there's this little pocket. Okay, Doctor Strange Supreme. He's stuck in a little pocket universe where the only thing that exists is himself, and he's sustained by his own magic to survive. So maybe Doctor Strange accidentally frees him by viewing the multiverse, and then it's Doctor Strange Supreme who creates all the chaos. That would make more sense. I hope it's like that, because if it's just Doctor Strange being incompetent and acting inexperienced and not knowing the consequence of his actions or the consequence of his powers, I think it would be really bad. But we're out of time. Thank you, Daniel, for joining me. This has been The World is a Mess, and I Just Want to Steampunk It. Episode 46. This was December 15th, 2021, and this is 3:51 p.m. And this has been your host, Steampunk Star Raisin, here in North Hollywood, California, USA, and I'm here with my co-host, Daniel Bertazzon from Bellwood, Ontario, Canada. You have a nice day, and I will see you 25 billion years of will.
Bye.